Hello and welcome to this lecture, and in this lecture we will learn how to get the values from edit text and store them into the backend database. So it's actually going to be quite a short lecture as this task is specifically simple. So what you simply need to do first is that you need to first open up the Firebase console, go to database, go to rules, and in here you do need to set the read and write rules equals to null, because right now we don't provide any authentication in our application. So make sure that you set the rules equal to null. And then the next thing which you do is that you need to open up Android Studio, and in here in the post activity method, the first thing which you need to do is that you do need to set up the database reference. So we will type in private Firebase database, and let's name this thing as database itself. And then after this, what we do is that we also get the variable for the database reference. So that's going to be private database reference, and that's going to be database reference. So after that, what we do is that we go inside the onCreate and then type in database reference equals database dot get instance dot get reference dot child, and we set up the child and call it something like let's say Insta app. So once this thing is done, we are basically good to go. So after this, what we do is that we go inside the onSuccess method, and here we already have the values for both the edit text. And now what we do is that we use the database reference over here. So we'll type in database reference, and let's type in new post equals, and that is going to be database reference dot push. So we essentially want to push those values. So we type new post dot child and set the child as title, and the title is going to have a value which is this title value right here. So we type dot set value, and that is going to be title value. So we are going to do the same thing for the description as well. So we type in new post dot child, that's going to be DESC for description dot set value, that should be a dot. So dot set value and set the value as DESC value. Okay, so I actually did a mistake here. That should be DESC value and not title description. So let me just type in DESC value and make the changes over here as well. So that's going to be DESC value over here as well. And then what we do is that we type in DESC value and the statement with a semicolon, and we are good to go. Now once we have the edit text values, we also need to save the path of the image, because when we actually go ahead and retrieve these two values, we also need to retrieve the image path. So we type new post dot, that's going to be child, and that's going to be image dot set value, and set the value to download URL dot toString. So once this thing is done, we are good to go. So you could go ahead, save the code and run this application and see how it works. So as you could see, the application is up and running. So I'm going to hit the plus button over here. I'm going to select an image. So let me just quickly do that. And let me select this image over here. Click OK. Let me name this thing as something like nice picture, and the description is this is nice picture. And then finally let me hit the submit button, and let's see what happens. And hopefully this thing should work, and we should get the upload message. So as you could see, this thing says upload complete. And now in order to confirm if the data is actually entered into the database, we are going to go into the storage first and check for the image first, if the image is actually uploaded. So if you go to post image, there should be 3 images right now, and yeah, the image is actually uploaded. So let me just simply open that thing up. and this is the previous image, not the existing one. So let me just click on another image to see if this is the currently uploaded image. So I guess this is the image which we are talking about, because the time actually matches up with current time. So this must be the image which we are looking for. So give it a little bit of time to load up. So as you could see, this is the image which we have uploaded right now. Now let's check if the edit text values are entered into the database. So as you could see, we do have Insta app. So if you click over here, and if you click over here, as you could see, we do have the title, the description, and the image URL as well. That means we have successfully uploaded the image as well as the edit text values in the database. So that's it for this lecture, and I hope you guys were able to understand how we could basically go ahead and upload image as well as edit text values into the database. So in the next lecture, what we will do is that, as we have now learned about uploading everything to the database, now what we will do is that we will go ahead and learn how to retrieve values from the same databases as well. So if you actually open up our layout, so let me just open that thing up quickly and show you guys. So as you could see, we are done designing the functionality for this thing, which is the post activity, and now we want to design this type of thing. That is, basically we should have a nice looking recycler view, which is going to have elements in a card view, and all the uploaded image, their name and their description is going to be displayed over here. So that's it for this lecture, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.